Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about here. What's going on, everybody? Another year, another holiday season, another desperate attempt of Activision's marketing team to draw as many eyes as they can to this stinky slop of a mess that Call of Duty is. We got them this time, boys. We know the answer. We've ran the numbers. We know what the players want.
The numbers, basically. What do they mean?
Because let's be real, take away all of the flashy skins and layers upon layers of store items and the uninspired and uninteresting battle pass system. And what do we have? What we have is a cheater filled game with really no hope to return to its basic roots, and a company so uninterested in listening to its player base that they go to the point of fining professional players for talking bad about the game. Like, these are some of the people that are doing a better job marketing this game and keeping the player base with the game and bringing more eyes to the franchise than the company making the game is doing. This is where, like, a large majority of your devout and loyal audience lies. But year after year, when suggestions are made, they continue to be ignored, and then we want to act surprised when the player base drops just after the first month or so. You've heard it before. It's the same old story year after year. The beta comes out, people dog it like normal, kind of like what I'm doing right now. But there's this underdog feeling, a feeling that what if this could be a great game? And then, of course, a few months after release, when the new wears off, the player count starts to fall, everything feels repetitive and boring, and a large number of the players move on to something else. Battlefield 6. I think the last COD that I actually played like year round, Modern Warfare 2019, and to me that was like the last big movement in Call of Duty, where there were so many new things that were introduced. This is where Warzone just took off. It was hated and loved by many, but I really enjoyed 2019 and 2020 Call of Duty. That whole early Warzone era was so fun and fresh and exactly what the game needed, in my opinion. But ever since then, my interests in the upcoming games is basically zero. Warzone has been overrun with cheaters, and it has been for as long as I can remember. And the same goes for multiplayer, especially ranked play. It was like almost impossible to play without running into a cheater almost every match, or at least every other match. I mean, at some point, it's just like cheaters battling cheaters. It's like, what am I even doing here? And look, I'm not going to pretend like there's a magic solution for this. I'm sure that developing an anti cheat that works and is reliable and consistent is insanely hard. You know, given that this whole hacking situation is such a cat and mouse game where you make a fix and then they just find a way around it. I understand it's not as simple as we'll just do what Valorant's doing. And like talking about Warzone, this was the game. This was the biggest game in 2020 for several reasons. I mean, everybody was at home with COVID. It's like the perfect way to still socialize with your friends, and everything was awesome. There was still cheaters, but it really did not feel like there was an insane amount as there is today. But like Warzone has just tanked. I mean, I would be lying if we all didn't know that it's because of the cheaters. I mean, you cannot play Warzone without running into a cheater every single match. But it's like now we don't even really hardly talk about it anymore. And so with this new game, hopefully that there is hope. They are talking about releasing, I guess, what they're calling like a new anti-cheat update to address this problem. And like we'll have to wait and see how good it is. But like I've seen clips of people hacking in the beta already. I don't know if that new system's actually out yet or not. But like the fact that I'm getting walled in a beta is pretty crazy. But it's just so hard for me to justify playing this game and sinking a ton of hours into it anymore. Search and Destroy, for example, was something I would sink hundreds of hours into. Like, oh my gosh, dude, if you played COD 4 and some of the earlier CODs, that Search and Destroy was just like peak gaming for me. But like, oh my God, if you play Search and Destroy these days, like 5, 6, 7 out of 10 times, you're going to run into someone cheating. It's either you're going to run into cheaters or you're going to run against a full stack of tryhards that have not stopped playing it. Doesn't really feel like there was any in between. And I mean, if you grew up like me playing COD 4 and World at War, you realize like what we had was so good. But anyways, here we are with the new game. I really wanted to see how it was So here's my experience with the beta. When I played my very first match, I immediately had the thought of, okay, this is all there is. It's just Black Ops with wall jumping. From what I've seen, there's not really anything majorly new, like at all. Like this is the first COD that I can remember in a while that like legitimately there's just nothing new. The marketing for this game just felt so like whatever. Like a dinner bell calling me back to the slop, but it's just the same old slop. And like, I mean, of course, yeah, I can see the comments now. Like, what did you expect? It's Call of Duty. But like every year, there's been at least something new added to the game. But like, I legitimately just can't find anything. It's like it's such a total letdown that I was totally expecting, but just turned out to be way, way worse than I thought. I started to question like, why am I even playing this? However, there's just something that I think that keeps dragging people back to play every now and then. And I feel like that's kind of where I sit with Call of Duty right now is like I'll play it every now and then just to kind of check in and see what's up. And I think I figured out why I keep coming back. And I think the reason many people still play this game, maybe somewhat casually, and year after year spend dollar after dollar on skins and cosmetics, the game is just simple and it just feels good. I will give credit where credit is due. One of the things COD has going for it is that it just feels good. The movement is smooth, the shooting is quick, the animations are snappy. There isn't much delay between player and game response. The base mechanics of Call of Duty, as they have always been, are still really good and still really smooth. And in my opinion, it's probably one of the smoothest and most fluid arcade FPSs on the market. And that is until Battlefield. To me, it's just like finding the enemy, shooting the enemy, seeing the big number pop up on your screen, double XP, number go up, number go good, reloading, running around, capture the point, die, do it all again. Like to me, that is all still fun. It's fun to me in like a turn your brain off and just zone out and just have fun for a few hours kind of way. When I play COD, I'm not looking for an immersive, distinguished, carefully executed plan on a bomb site. Like I'm looking to hear two people absolutely roast each other in game chat while playing Surge. And just play with the boys, you know, we're not taking things too seriously playing Call of Duty. Preferably, I'd like to do that while not getting wall hacked. And I think, you know, this is where Call of Duty shines. You know, like, believe it or not, the majority of the player base are just people that are getting off work and wanting to spend a couple hours shooting some people and go to bed. You know, the professional players have always had their gripes, and, you know, rightfully so if they're spending every waking moment of their life playing your game. But, like, you have such a cheater and hacking problem that even the people that are just casually playing have no desire to even spend 2 hours playing the game. Like a lot of people are just getting screwed at work every day. It's not fun to come home and also just get screwed on Call of Duty. Like, I don't know, put the double XP back in the do or something. I don't like to me, there's not a whole lot of other casual FPS games that give you this kind of feeling. Battlefield 6. Like, I'm still gonna play this game because there's just something in my brain about like the numbers, the hit marker sound, and watching the big bright number pop up. Like I'm just a human, okay? Leave me alone. I'm still probably gonna play it, but nowhere near as I once did. Apparently they're adding a new like lessened skill-based matchmaking mode, which apparently is supposed to be like a return to the way matchmaking used to feel, which sounds kind of nice, you know? But like I'm like sitting here thinking and I'm like cheaters are still going to play that game mode. And if anything, I could see them targeting that game mode just for the spite of it. And like anyways, I thought that the older COD games matchmaking was based off of just like region and connection. Like it was random, but it was more based off what has the best connection. And it's like, oh, you don't want to play against good players. You don't want to play against people that are good at the game. And like, obviously, no. Obviously, as time progresses, people get better and better at things and people get better and better at Call of Duty. But like for folks like me that are just looking to chill out for a couple hours, it's just not fun. It just kind of ruins it. So I'm really hoping that this new matchmaking system really brings back that kind of feeling. We'll just have to see. Hell, at this point, they're just putting cheats in the game. Like, look at this. There's legitimately a sniper rifle. I guess it's a kill streak.
I try to lock in. Grade maker. Grade maker.
Hey, it's not like yourself.
Literally lets you just see through walls and just shoot people through as many walls as you want, like one shot, like pretty much anywhere on the body. So like I understand we're going for like a futuristic kind of feel, but like in what world where someone like this would be fun? Like I get it. It looks pretty futuristic to me. I've never seen a gun do that, but like it just doesn't feel satisfying. Like the kills don't feel earned. They just kind of feel handed to you. I would enjoy this more in like a campaign setting or like a PvE setting than PvP. I don't know, man. Somebody somewhere was like, this needs to be in the multiplayer reveal. This is what's going to draw them in. This is a great idea. And it just kind of goes to show like how disconnected they really are with us. If it tells you anything about how I feel, I am looking forward to the campaign way more than I'm looking forward to the multiplayer. COD campaigns have always been fun to me, and I've played every one of them so far. I still find the game's technical ability and like graphical intensity to be fun and filled with like over the top action and cheesy dialogue. Which, hey, I like what I like. Sometimes you want to watch a deep and like meaningful, layered, complex movie. Sometimes you just want to watch shit blow up. The campaigns are just like pleasing to the eye for me, so I'm looking forward to it. It's mostly just like the silliness and the ridiculousness of the story is what I like so much. Another reason I find it so much more enjoyable is I have no desire to just mindlessly grind multiplayer. I don't feel like there's much to grind for in multiplayer anymore. It's always just the same camos over and over. There's not anything cool or like worth it feels like to grind for. It really does feel like you are incentivized to pay for the battle pass and get those rewards because more than half the time those rewards are cooler than what you can unlock in game with like in game time. So, this is just another example of how they have totally thrown the core audience and what feels good to play the game out of the window for monetary benefit. I mean, I don't know. You tell me, is it fun to get like 500 headshots against cheaters for like a white camo with like little polka dots on it? Like, obviously, no. That's why they make the store skins way cooler than the normal grind skin. Like, I don't know, here's a thought. Maybe like make some really cool skins that we can earn and unlock and do complex challenges for. I don't know, maybe that would give people a reason to play your game and not just throw their wallet at it. But what am I kidding? We're not trying to make a game here. We're trying to make money. Am I right? Moving on, let's talk about zombies. Zombies has me a bit worried. With Black Ops 6, I enjoyed zombies mode for about 2 months and then got completely bored. Maybe just return back to round based zombies, like classic zombies. I don't want no like open world yada yada this, go here, do that, this. Like, I liked Transit. And that's about as open world as I want in zombies. Like, I don't understand the need to be like Warzone do good, make zombie Warzone, Fortnite do good, make multiplayer Fortnite. Like, oh my gosh. Like, one thing that really kind of pissed me off about Black Ops 6 zombies was like the gobble gums. Like, you could just go to the battle pass and just buy them. Not only can you just buy stat upgrades, which are basically what the gobble gums do, they upgrade your stats and change the way you play, but you have to unlock them. If you buy the battle pass, even if you don't play zombies, if you're playing the battle pass and you're completing it, that is just part of the battle pass. I don't know. It just feels so like ingenuine. Like zombies doesn't feel scary. Like I remember when World at War came out and you completed the campaign and you're just sitting there as like a 12-year-old boy and you just hear this like maniacal laugh. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, there's zombies, they're coming for you and you're probably going to die, so good luck. Also, we're not going to really tell you how to play it, just figure it out and have fun. Like I think that I just kind of turned the game off. I didn't know what was happening. Maybe I thought my Xbox was being possessed. Like it genuinely scared me. But like now it's like pay battle pass to get the gobble gun, rank up. Here's your roller coaster gun, and it's just like, what are we doing? Like make it scary. It's zombies. Also, like the story for zombies, who knows what's happening? Like I feel like I have to look up 50 YouTube videos to find someone just explain to me what's happening. And like growing up in the earlier games, the zombie story was such like a secret, like Easter egg kind of thing. And it was fun to just not know what to do. Like I remember looking up YouTube videos to see how to do the Easter eggs in the earlier CODs. And like that was such a fun thing to do with your friends. Like, I vividly remember being at, like, school and being like, "Yeah, bro, like, we're gonna get on the night, we're gonna do the Easter egg, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this is your role." But I feel like recently in COD and the zombies, it literally just tells you what to do. Like, there's just like a golden waypoint that just be like, "Go here. This is the story. Do XYZ." It's like you left out all the scariness and the secretness and the Easter egg. It's not an Easter egg anymore if you're telling me how to do it. It's one thing to look up a video and have someone else show you how to do it, but like when the game itself is telling you how to do the Easter egg, it's like, again, what are we doing? And to make things even harder for COD this year, let's talk about that Battlefield beta. Oh my gosh. Like, all I can say is I got it pre ordered and I know I'll be spending a ton of hours on that. I mean, obviously, by a long shot, Battlefield won this year. There is no comparison. And to be honest, these two games, Battlefield and Call of Duty, and like also Halo, always were battling for my attention growing up. It was awesome. It was like all of the companies were making each other's games better by trying to compete for our dollar. But like Battlefield has just totally knocked out Call of Duty and Halo. Halo's been knocked out for a while now, but like this is Battlefield's year. I'm praying one day that Halo will make a return because like to be honest, Halo is probably my favorite game of all time. And that's a whole other topic for another video, but like anyways, I'll shut up about Halo another video. But yeah, and this year it's no question in my mind what I'm going to be grinding the most. I'm going to be listening to that sweet Limp Biscuit trailer again. I'm definitely going to be making more Battlefield content when the game comes out here soon. But Call of Duty, you were once the reason why I play video games. You're what got me into FPS gaming. For now, at least, I think it's best that I take a break from you. To some of the devs who make Call of Duty, I sincerely appreciate how damn good this game looks and feels. And much like many of the other COD titles, you've done an awesome job. And to the suits and ties that have really no idea what's going on and just min-maxing profits, thanks for leading me to Battlefield this year. Battlefield, I'm sure as many of you are aware, just very recently was not in a good state. Battlefield 2042 had a terrible launch and really just kind of not that great of a life cycle at all. Like I had a pretty good PC and I just couldn't run it at launch. 2042 was basically skipped over by several people. Battlefield 5 also just was not it for me. I didn't like the like health pack system and like there was no health regen and stuff like that, as well as like several other things that was going on in the game. But it's like now look at Battlefield. Look at what returning to your roots can do for you. I mean, dude, when I played the beta, it's like it is like a movie. Like every few seconds within a match, something epic is going on. I'm not even shooting anyone. I'm not doing anything. I'm just running on the battlefield. And I feel like I'm in a Michael Bay movie. COD doesn't have to do that. They do not have to be Battlefield. I think any of the suit and higher up people that may see this, you just need to sit down and just realize what made Call of Duty great to begin with. Because I'm sure a lot of you probably have not been around for the earlier CODs. Really break down why the game was so fun, why it was so addictive. What was the gameplay cycle? What's the gameplay loop of the earlier CODs? And then go do what Battlefield's doing and return to your roots. Stop trying to be Fortnite. Stop trying to make a bajillion dollars. I understand it's literally probably some of y'all's job to want to make a bajillion dollars on this game. But if you keep doing what you're doing, it's going to dwindle out. It's already dwindling out this year. It's probably the most dwindled. Take this as a wake up call to listen to your fan base. I don't know how many wake up calls you need, but you know, like on paper, are we making money at Call of Duty? Probably. I would say for sure. All the cosmetic and skins and stuff like that. I'd say you're sitting pretty. I'm sure at a certain point when you see those numbers, who cares what Call of Duty is? It's making a lot of money for us. I just think that you should know that if you didn't have Game Pass, if the game was not on Game Pass, I would not be, I and several other people would not be playing it at all. To me, it is insane to be charging $70 for pretty much the same game we played last year. I don't know how long the model of just relying on cosmetics and microtransactions is going to hold up for this game. Maybe forever. You know, who knows? Like they are just trying to squeeze as much as they can out of these titles. They just announced more packs for the upcoming Halloween season in Black Ops 6. You can be Chucky. I'm sure a lot of people are going to buy it. And that's fine. If you want to buy it, more power to you. But this is what the game is. This is what Call of Duty is turned into, is turned into Barbie dress up. It is literally just toy soldier playing dress up in different costumes at this point. Anyways, sorry to be so negative in this one. It's just when I played this beta, it was just like a punch in the gut. It felt like just someone took a big dookie on you. So I figured I'd hop on the mic and ramble a little bit. I appreciate your patience. But anyways, that'll be it. Plan on making some Battlefield videos probably coming up here soon. If you like this video, let me know. Give me a subscribe. Give me a like. Comment what you think about the beta. Will you be playing Call of Duty? We'll catch you in the next one.